Fuck you machine.
Oh man, I'd love a fuck you machine.
I wonder when the machines are finally going to just like cop on and just take over. It's a matter of time.
Do you know all those stories about like they build a robot that learns and stuff, and then
The racist one, see that?
yeah, oh that was insane.
That was so good.
But even the ones that learn like basic stuff and then they evolve, and then after like 100 goes, they're so complex that your man who made it couldn't understand how it worked. Like it doesn't even take that long before they become like beyond human scope.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So we didn't almost wait for the first lull and then we just go for it.
There for that.
That would have been a good one. Just clear my throat.
What's the fucking, you know those actor things where they
Vocal exercise.
Yeah. Something New York. What's that one?
I don't know, it's like
That's New York. New York. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
You look like such a special doing that. That's bad, man. You can't be calling them specials.
You just did that. Yeah. And they're a good band, man.
I'm so sleepy.
My mum was a huge Specials fan. She like saw them live on Brighton Pier.
Love that she bit of ska, does she?
Oh, she was a big ska head. She had like short hair and all. Like she's an absolute little punk.
What's the other one?
Oh, your man has a lack. Oh no, he doesn't actually. She's well lacked up. She's one of those married people, and that lad is married to his bike. We're already talking about people out the window.
That looks like Vicky.
She's not as pretty as Vicky.
I just saw the back of it.
Still not as pretty as the back of Vicky.
Hashtag Vicky. Where is she today?
Her and Hannah are having a hungover day, I believe. According to Snapchat.
So every day. Burn or something,
That's a big scare. That was the gnarliest scar I've ever got.
I caught that, yeah.
Skin was open about that much.
Ugh, yeah.
It fell off my bike onto the big gear cog at the front. Went into my arm, ripped it open. And the worst was I was just on my way to get my leaving cert results.
No ways, you were locked up mangled.
I slammed on the bike, like, you know when you put your foot on to jump and leave?
Yeah.
I was doing that, the chain just stopped. So my foot was on the thing on one side, my other foot was swinging around, and then just went straight down. And I went into my arm, and I walked back into the house after 30 seconds. My mum was like, "What did you forget?" And I was like, "How to walk." and she goes, "Oh, fuck's sake, we have to go to the hospital." And I was like, "Oh no, I have to get my results now." Poured some fucking rubbing alcohol on it, 2 butterfly stitches, pulled the skin, the big flap of skin that you could see like bone and all. Pulled this flap of skin back up, rapid bandage. She was like, "I'll take you in the car now, you're not mangling yourself again."
I can't trust you to use your legs, you absolute mutant. That would have been just before I met you. And then you couldn't even walk then.
Yeah.
Look how far you've come.
Just learned to walk. But walked up to the leaving cert results with a bloody bandage. Everyone's like, "Are we going out later?" I was like, "Yeah, we just fucking bleed out first." Lost a bit of blood actually, that would probably help. That probably helped me with the session.
Yeah, cheap sesh. Always.
Oh, did I ever tell you about that photo that my uncle shared this photo on my Facebook like 2 or 3 years ago? And it was 2 days after debs, right? So it was just started college. Oh, it must have been just started college.
Yeah,
and
all our debs would have been. So yeah, because induction day I went back from debs.
That's why we almost became mates, and then
I like that. Yeah, cause
but yeah, so he puts up this picture. These 2 people. One of them's passed out, slumped against the wall, covered in vomit, just wearing socks, just like in a suit.
Like dick out, like.
No. So, like shoes gone, covered in vomit. Like his suit is just ruined in vomit. And then there's this girl standing over him, being like, "Oh, look at this cunt," and she looked exactly like one of the girls in my year, and the lad looked exactly like me, like doppelganger.
Oh, you did show me that. He's the absolute spit of you.
Yeah, and he goes, "Holy shit, Jake, how was your debs?" And I was like, I looked at that photo for about 20 minutes, being like, "Wait a second," because Deb's night is blurry, so I was like, there's a big chance that could have been me. Hang on. And then I had to look at this, like, literally had to look at the socks to make sure it wasn't me. I was like, I don't own that colour socks. Because
how man would just be in your debs to swap socks with someone.
Vomit all over yourself.
Yeah, like
that mangled.
Someone goes, yeah, I've nothing to offer you but my socks. Swap socks.
Do you want to trade socks? You know what? Yeah.
That's the kind of thing you would do in your debs. Like.
One of the lads at our devs woke up the next morning in the cubicle in the bathroom, and he'd been locked in from the outside. But it was one of those ones where you could like kind of unlock it from the inside. And he just walks out, and the place is being like mopped up by these Mexican ones at like fucking 2 in the day. And he walks out, and he's just kind of looking around. And they're all staring at him. He just kind of walks into the lobby of this hotel, sits down. Everyone's like, "Can I help you? You alright?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm alright." And he just sat there for like 20 minutes figuring out his life, how he got to that point.
That's what you do in them moments.
then he texted one of the boys. We were all together, and he was like, "That's just in the lobby of the hotel now." We were like, "What the fuck? What happened? Did you stay there?" And he's like, "Yeah, but like in the cubicle." We were like, "What the fuck?" We were after looking for him, but he lived near the hotel, so we were like, "I must have gone home or something." The cleaner was like, "No, there's no one in there. I checked." He'd been sitting on the toilet. He'd just gotten sick, then just sat on the toilet, fell asleep.
That's so good.
Man, that was some night. The devs was like, it's mad.
Well, I think a really good night with devs, but it's like a letdown knowing that it's not as good as it could have been.
What do you mean? How good could it have been?
Because our year was like so big and so rowdy and stuff like that like bar stop club was not one. We were like thrown out at 2, like very forcibly thrown out.
You had to go somewhere they don't know you. Like you had to surprise the place to how rowdy you were.
Yeah.
As in like organise buses up to fucking Bray or something.
See, no one area would organise a deb, so it was the same fellas that like it was just like 4 or 5 nerds made organise debs. They could like never had a session once in their life. So like how they made arrange the biggest session ever. Like we had
someone needed to get on that. Could have been so.
We had a DJ that just went to the school like 2 years earlier, and he was like he wasn't a real DJ. Like he was just playing CDs at the top of the place.
And you need a band as well. A good devs has to start early,
no band.
8 o'clock with a band, and then go into the DJ and last all night. Go until 7 in the morning.
I had a good laugh. I remember getting just absolutely mangled. I remember drinking absinthe in the bathroom.
Fuck, absinthe fucks you up.
There's a picture of me actually on my Facebook. I walk into this bathroom with my mate, he pulled me in, he was like, I have absinthe, whipped it out of like the chest pocket. We sip away on the absinthe. I'm absolutely out of it beforehand, but like just explosion in the brain after that absinthe. I'm mangled. And I just walk out of the bathroom, and my friend who was near behind me is there. He's just snuck in the suit, and he's just there, and he just catches a hold of me, and he just takes a picture of it like a selfie, and I'm just not even looking. I'm just like staring beyond the camera. I'm just looking into the soul of this camera. Just like that picture is just so rowdy.
You're seeing some other dimension.
I was in the shadow realm. Like
that's a good place to start.
I just assumed we started about 10 minutes ago because we were waiting for the first laugh, but we actually just had a conversation. So
we may as well include all that. Actually,
yeah, like,
fair enough.
Well, I think we'll call it like the first 5 seconds or something, just to the point where it sounds like a natural conversation, and we just roll with it.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm literally feet on the desk, just chilling out here. Yeah. So
we're a lot more casual today. The desk getting pulled out as much. We don't even have bickies around.
Yeah, we don't have biscuits. They're not going to hear munching and shit.
Nah, they might sit here munching. But yeah, I remember at my debs then as well. So we got so mad and got thrown out. I remember I was talking to some like absolute muck savage from Kilkenny, and me and a couple of lads were trying to convince him I was a Nivea model. I started trying to chat up one of my teachers that hated me, and she was talking to her boyfriend, and my girlfriend was like over the end of the room, and I was trying to crack into her. Then I remember leaving the place. It was like 6 of us went back to this house, and it was my mate's house, and my mate's lax mother started trying to chat me up, and she was there with her husband. So the husband got salty, my girlfriend got salty. People started to get a bit touchy, so we left, got in a taxi home. My house was like 20-minute taxi away. Just me and my lack just fell asleep. We had to get like they came through this like T junction. Taxi driver didn't have a clue where he was going. Like 5 o'clock in the morning in this country road, he stops the car, gets out of the car, comes back, shakes me. He was like, "Oh, where did I go?" I was just like, "Right," and just went back asleep. Man drops me to the door.
He almost just tips the seat. He just both fall out, steals 20 for your wallet, and drives.
He could. I wouldn't have had a clue what was going on. Oh yeah, I was just an absolute zombie.
Did I ever tell you, Jess Quinn was telling me about her debs. She had recently come out, like she wasn't out that long at that point, like maybe not even a full year, and she absolutely cracked into her French teacher. Shifted the face off her female French teacher.
Fuck
yeah. That is the
Jess an absolute player.
She showed me her as well.
Donkeys.
What a babe. What a babe. I was like, who is that? She's like, that's the French teacher I shifted on my devs. I was like, oh man.
Oh my god.
She's a
I should have played into my chemistry teacher.
Oh, I had a dodgy chemistry teacher.
She hated me so. All the women teachers hated me.
You rowdy bastard.
I think it's just. The thing, women teachers, and this could be sexism, but I see women that like more kind of like organised stuff, and they don't like people that can be like just spoof in. Like
I think it's the kind of women that become teachers.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's a stereotype or something, but women who do become teachers, they're usually the ones who in school you're like, you'll be a teacher, because they're like super organised. They have 7 colours of pen.
Yeah, that's kind of one. And like, I noticed as well. I was talking about it with David. The labs that I teach, I looked at my how the grades are spread between like men and women and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And in one of my classes, I have 6 girls, and the 6 of them are in the top 8 of the class.
Weird. What subject is that?
Physics, like for frontiers of physics.
Interesting.
The lab, and it's the labs, because I think it was just the labs. I can't imagine that'd be the same in the module. And I bet you it's just because it's very organised and they lay out their work better. It's easier to correct to get better grades.
Yeah.
Where fellas are kind of just like spoofing around, and I could see why I'd be really annoying to a teacher. Like I didn't have a pen for like about 2 months.
You still have 1 copybook for your final year of college.
Yeah, I still don't have a pen either.
And like Moom has 1 copybook for her college, but she writes everything on her laptop the whole time.
I don't have a laptop.
Our whole degree is on a piece of paper.
I don't have a laptop either.
Oh, but you do. It's like 7 kilos.
But that's the family laptop. Like it's not mine.
Man, if I win money, I'll buy you a nice laptop.
Win cash money. I told you when I'm earning absolute bank in the summer, I'm gonna like get a laptop, and I have so much stuff I want to do. I'll get like tattoos and a laptop and
tattoos. I'll add that to my list.
Yeah, here. Jake has on his window. He has all the stuff he wants to do in the summer. So I'll read it out. Go for it.
We got surfing, camping, cliff jumping, motorcycle. I'm gonna obtain and learn to ride 1, and also get tattoo. I'm gonna put a S in brackets there, because depending on how much money I have, I'm gonna get inked up.
I would do 4 of the 5 of them, would you?
Which?
Cliff jumping would be dodge.
You wouldn't do cliff jumping?
Oh, it'd be so shit.
If we're going surfing somewhere that has cliffs, there's usually well-known cliffs that are people always jump off, and you know
what is cliff jumping like? You just jump off into the water.
It's
just like a high dive.
They're like maximum 3-story cliffs, and they're the ones that people always jump off of are the ones that they'll be like curved in, so it's an outcrop, and then the bit that you jump into is well known to be deep, and you can even go around and swim at first to check like there's no big sharp rocks around, and then you climb up, and then you absolutely just flip off the thing.
I remember my mate.
Or you could pier jump as well. Pier jump is great because it goes way out into the deep water, and the pier has a ladder on the side, so you just flip off it and then you climb.
I think I'd pier jump. No bother. It's just a cliff, just so high. I'd be so shitting it. Well, my mate went cliff jumping, jumped straight into the water, just landed on the big rock, broke his pelvis, was in a wheelchair for months.
Oh my goodness!
And I remember meeting him. I hadn't seen him in years, and he's in a wheelchair. And I was in the horrors, met him at this like festival. And I obviously just robbed his wheelchair and was just up on the thing like that. You get up on 2 wheels, you're trying to maintain it, and he's just like sitting there on the bench, and I'm playing in his wheelchair. Like, I hadn't seen him in about 2 years. Like, what happened to that? Oh, he jumped into the water and broke me pelvis. Broken pelvis. How weird is that?
Oh, it's gotta be sore.
Like, there was a load on me out there, and like it was like 5 or 6 on there together. They just thought he was dead.
Yikes! What happened? Was he bleeding? Obviously.
I don't know.
Surely, if you're breaking your pelvis on a rock, you're piercing the skin and stuff. So, but then doesn't your pelvis? I don't know about. I think it's hips and pelvis. If you break them, they never really align back properly, and you always get like a weird lump of hip or a weird bit of your pelvis just fucking.
Such a weird place to break. But when I saw him in the wheelchair and he's all. I remember that. I met him, right? So we used to all hang around together on this one bus. We used to get the same bus to school. And it used to take like an hour. So you see these same people for an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening, every evening. Like.
Would they be in your school?
Yeah, so we go to school, but we wouldn't be in the same class. He was in a year above me. There was like girls in different schools. It was like maybe there was 6 or so.
It was just a local, regional bus.
Yeah, so the bus. So I used to get on my village, and then I'd run on this north and the next village, and then like 4 or 5 of them in the last village, and then we'd all come back into town.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like 6 or 7 of us kind of all just hanging around together, and I hadn't seen them all in a good while. I both moved to Dublin at the time. I came back, and 2 of them were living together. Jim Broken Pelvis was living with one of the girls. And like they would never got together, and all the time that we like for the 5 years that we hung around together.
Oh, they were living together like not just.
No, they were a couple. Like
nice.
Not weird. I remember I was like, that's so weird.
That is pretty weird.
I think they're still together now. That's years.
Man,
that's so weird.
Do you want to talk about the physics night?
So yeah, as you may notice in the picture that you should be watching there, it's not me or Jake. It's 2 absolute rowdy heads.
Some of the rowdiest heads in physics that night.
Yeah, Mog is always the rowdiest head in physics. He's the fella on the right.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's you're looking at Tom and Mog.
Oh, full cramp. Oh my god. Oh, Jake. Oh. Pause the thing.
No, I'm not pausing it for a second.
Oh my god, it hurt so much.
This is all staying in.
Oh my god, really fucking sore, man.
He's on the floor.
Oh, did you ever get that?
Not that bad.
That really fucking... I felt it coming on when I was sitting up and I was like, oh. Oh, I think it's back. I think I've held it enough. That was really fucking sore.
You alright?
I'm back. Oh, that's gonna sound so weird.
Yeah, there was a bit of orgasm going on there.
There was no way pleasure sounds of crooning pain. But yeah, back to that picture. That's when we found a different visitor parking sign walking home from
how
an
good was that?
absolute rowdy session. We were talking about it the last 2 episodes. We were like, oh, we're going to plan this session, and then that was 2 episodes ago. The last episode we were like, in like 2 days we're going on that session.
And this is
the post session.
Oh, okay, right. So we left Toast and Opium, and we were walking back.
There's so much build up before that.
Oh, I want to tell the story of the tower though.
Oh.
So we get to the Kolonsky exit at UCD, and like just before it, there's an entrance to the gym. It's like a weird way to get into the college. And Brian's with us. Brian Sinar, shout out to Brian. He goes off home, and it's me and Clearance and the 2 boys in the photo there, Tom and Mog, and we're walking into UCD this weird way. We find this visitor parking sign and take that glorious picture you're looking at. Then we come along to this big fucking, like an oil tanker thing, you know, the big cylindrical things, and there's a ladder on the side of it about 7 feet up. So I boost Clearance up, obviously.
But inside Tom just goes, well, we have to climb that. So I was like, yeah.
That was me, man.
Oh, I thought it was Tom. Sauce.
That was all my idea.
So we
and I wasn't even able to get up because I boosted you up, boosted Tom up, and then Mog was asleep on his feet at this point. Mog was standing there like literally asleep. He couldn't have boosted me. He's also short. He couldn't have done it. But I know he has the thigh strength to do it. But
I've seen him squat, man. He has absolute swole legs.
He's all there. Half his mass in his legs.
And that's a lot of mass. Fat.
Fat bastard. Hashtag fatties. But yeah, so actually we'll throw it up on the Instagram. We'll read the fucking
The water tower one, yeah.
There's a picture up and a picture down. Clearance took one of me and Mog, and I took one of Clearance and Tom at the top. But so the boys get to the top of this tower and they're looking about, and then just at that moment, one of 2 security vans in the whole campus.
Campus is fucking massive.
It's so big, and there's only 2 of them, and they don't even drive around that much. They sit in like 3 spots, and they just happen to fucking drive past. So me and Mog obviously...
2 creatures staring up at the top of this water tower, and we're like, well, there's something going on over there.
We just like instantly turn around and start whistling, like just walking away. Oh
like,
no, just
lads.
And then they were like stalking you guys. They were sitting there like watching the top of the thing, watching us.
They just put up and stopped, and me and Tom just lid down, and it was like corrugated on top, so there was like pools of water in between. So we just lid down in a load of water, and we were like, don't move, don't fucking move. And Tom, I was kind of moving, like, fidgeting, trying to look, and Tom was like, lie down. And they were there for ages, and they obviously couldn't see us, so they're like, right, we'll just drive away for a minute. They drove up the road, so we kind of like sat up to see where they were. But they actually just drove up the road so they could see up higher on the oak. So we were just there and we were trying to stick to the roof of the thing. Like, be so still. Think thin thoughts. We see
him. Mog wasn't up there. We've seen him for days.
Mog are being fat toys there. But we were like, right. We saw him just about to pull away and we're like, 3, 2, 1, go! We actually ran down the ladder. I was down first and I was pegging, like, if he'll hear Tom come down on top of me. So I was like, when I get to the bottom of this I just have to jump. So I just got down to the thing and just let go. It was like 7 feet in the air. I absolutely slapped off the ground, mangled my ankle, limped for the next 2 days after jumping down this thing.
But then campus security absolutely stalked us as well. There were 4 of us. We were in the horrors walking back across campus.
I'm covered in mud because I just fell off a 7 feet of ladder.
And they know full well where we just were. They just couldn't prove it.
Yeah.
And they would just creep along behind us, and we were just strolling, just pretending what was going on.
Just chilling.
Oh, it was fun.
That was such a good night. Such a good day. We like all the build up. We went to play football. All of the lads came and one other. Somehow it got out around physics that we were going to play ball.
Speaking of hickeys.
Oh, we can. But yes, we're not going to give any names, but we got into around physics that we were going to play ball. So like the 10 of us that arranged to go play came, and one other bloke that
I don't know how we heard about it.
Such a weirdo. But he just arrived, didn't even say anything, oh well lads or anything, just started like getting changed in the corner and just joined in the game. We're like, alright.
I'm sure one of the boys must have said to him. But like, he was just there for the ball. Well,
I have no issue, but it's just so weird. I'd never just rock into something I wasn't explicitly invited to.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. That man has weird notions of things. Like,
yeah, he's a different kettle of fish altogether.
Like earlier on, we were sitting in a midterm there, and I had a calculator sitting there beside me in the test.
Wish I had a calculator in that test.
Yeah, you needed it.
Yeah.
You needed it for both questions. He's like 4 seats away from me. He just scoots over a seat in the middle of the thing, reaches over, takes the calculator. Just didn't even ask, didn't even look at me.
He took a calculator.
He just took it and then put it back like a couple minutes later. But I was just like, that's a thing no one else would do.
I would do it to you, but like...
Yeah, no, but I mean, no one would just...
I wouldn't do it to him, because we're not mates, like...
Unless you're, like, proper... You're not just grabbing someone's calculator.
Like, midway through that thing, I took Tom's calculator.
Yeah, that's fine, it's Tom.
I didn't know Tom.
But I don't know that guy, like this guy, too well.
I don't literally like him, like...
No.
He's a bit of a little gay knacker, like... He annoys me so much.
He's a heterosexual gay knacker.
Yeah. That's speculation, he's heterosexual.
He's probably self-sexual. He fucking loves himself after.
Remember the day he came in like flip-flops and a wife beer? Feels like 4 stone. Get fucked. Like... oh. He boils my blood almost as much as Ray.
Does he?
No.
No, but see...
Actually doesn't. Not in the same league. Fuck you, Ray.
I'd say if the guy we're talking about spoke more, he'd be more annoying. But
yeah.
Because Ray talks so much, Ray is at the absolute top of the
I'm not even bleeping Ray's name.
list.
Ray can go fuck himself.
Raymond Kennedy, go and fuck yourself.
Oh my god, I never want to punch someone so much in the face. Just every word he says. Like, I have point blank ignored him in a one-way conversation. There's just the two of us there. He is 1 foot away from me and talking to me, and I just looked the other way and didn't walk away. Just completely looked past him like, I'm not here. Stop talking.
But I know fully that look away wasn't like really spiteful. It was just because you couldn't have resisted punching him in the face. You kept talking to him.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck up.
How good was toast as well?
How good was the pre-drinks to that?
Oh yeah,
we finished up playing ball, got showers and shit like that. We had 1 point in the bar while everyone got ready and stuff like that. People went off, we got a load of cans, went back, watched the first bit of the Liverpool match, sitting in the library drinking cans. Liverpool were 2-0 down, so we turned it off. Put FIFA on, played FIFA for like an hour and a half. I walloped everyone, undefeated.
Except for me, you lost me.
It's just not true.
I beat Seamus though.
Jake played one match. He played Seamus. Neither of them have like ever played the game before.
I literally had to Google the controls. Like.
Yeah, Seamus is well foreign. He's from Germany, so he picked Germany. So Jake was like, well, I'll be UCD.
Literally.
The best team in the game against the worst team in the game. It was like a 0-0 draw for the entire match. One shot on target or something like that.
I was doing really well until Seamus actually actively gave up.
Yeah,
stopped playing.
He gave the pad to someone that could
Then
play.
he gave it to someone who could play, and they beat me 1-0. Which, to be fair, best team in the game, worst team in the game, someone who can actually play. I think I did okay.
I said if you got within 3 goals, it was a moral victory. You well got within 3 goals. But yeah, I walloped everyone. We got full of steam. I got a pizza with Ken. We ordered in spice bags. We're just sitting in this big long table, like 12 of us, drinking balls.
Actually, I never really talked about this before, but how good is the table in that library?
It's so
imagine having big
sessions.
Sessions or feasts. Imagine ordering big, massive, 2-course, 3-course meal.
It's
all
perfect.
Oh, it'd be so.
And especially when we left the Liverpool match on at the side. So when Liverpool started coming back, 10 minutes before the end, they only needed 1 goal to get. They needed 2 goals. Or was it 1?
Yeah, they needed 2 and they got 1.
And we loud them up on the screen straight away to watch the end.
As soon as they got one of them,
it
went up on the screen.
And we were just waiting there. And then when they scored, Ken went bananas.
Yeah, Ken owns about 7 Liverpool jerseys.
And he wears them to get free chili chips. Stingy prick.
He never stops talking about Liverpool. And when they scored, he everythinged in his pants.
Oh, when we came back, we missed the first 5 minutes of the match, the first 8 minutes of the match, and it was 2-0 down. Like his heart was broke. He was about to go home and not go out. Like, and then they won. Last sniff of the ball.
He was there till the last minutes.
It was so good. Then we were like, went into town, went into Toast.
Toast is good. I like the music in Toast a lot.
It was good tunes.
And the amount of top quality squad photos we got in there.
Oh, I was so mangled there.
I knew the bartender. Do you remember the bartender's mustache?
Yes. I was about to say no, I don't remember bartender, and then you were like mustache, and I was like, yes, I absolutely.
I went to school with that bloke, and he was just like chatting up ladies all the time, and then he was
only, looking at mustache.
Yeah, he was only really looking at like each person he was serving, and then the next person, and the next person, and then he got to me, and he's like, oh, what are you, Jake? Oh, what up, man? And I was like, how are you getting on? He's like, oh yeah, I'm working here, so is Fionn, another guy from school, and he was like. I was like, yeah, so what did you do? And he's like, I never really went to college, it wasn't for me, but like, do real well. I got this mustache going for me. And I was like, you absolutely you have that going.
He knows, like, oh, how jelly were you with his tash? Because that's quality.
That is a well-maintained tash.
It'll take a long time to grow as well.
Yeah, because those edge bits were fucking 5 centimeters.
Do you know whose beard is absolutely glorious?
Who?
Ian McCall.
Who is Ian McCall?
UFC fighter Ian McCall.
Will I get up a picture?
Look him up there now. His nickname is Uncle Creepy, which is the funniest nickname ever. He actually just started a podcast. I didn't listen to any of them yet, but I want to because he's just so pretty.
What's his name?
Ian McCall.
Ian McCall.
Yeah.
Do you get a load of half-naked fake accounts following you on Instagram?
Oh, yeah, like 3 a day, yeah.
It's just annoying at this point.
Yeah, it's full of so much spam.
Ian McCall. Oh my god, that is a nice beard.
Oh, when you see his tash. Well, not that's not Aiden, eh? No, it's CALL. Yeah, look. There. You get on that fella's tash. It's, there, look.
Oh my goodness.
It's glorious.
Does he fight with that tash?
Yeah. He hasn't fought in a while, he's kind of like semi-retired. But he was when they made the flyweight division.
Oh, yeah, look at that picture of him.
Right. Look how good that tash is. But when they made the flyweight division, they done an 8-fighter bracket, so they had a quarterfinal, semi-final, whatever. And he got to the semi-final and fought Demetrius Johnson.
Oh, of course, he got battered.
No, they fought, and they gave the decision to Demetrius Johnson. But everyone thought McCall won, so instead of moving on, they had a rematch.
Whoa!
And it was super close again, and they gave it to Johnson. Johnson went on to win the final, and his first defence was like against McCall again. I think they fought 3 times.
Ooh.
Super close again, but Johnson won it. When you beat Johnson better than 3 times.
When is that happening again?
Then they won't get the fight over ages. Like.
Oh, but it's so close.
If he loses 3 times in a row, but it was the first time they think McCall won it. He lost in the bracket, and they gave him a rematch before they move on to the final. Like.
Oh man, that sounds so good. I might watch all 3 of them fights tonight.
And they're so mental because they're both 125 pounds. Like, they're absolute whippets. So Ian McCall was his hardest fight. After maybe the first Dodson fight. Dodson knocked him almost out. He knocked him down and he was like absolutely in no man's land.
Yeah, about to go.
I think he's going to get bet corner.
Ooh, big calls.
It's a massive call. I'd say you get near 10 to 1 on Zahuda.
You want to put some money on tonight?
I might put it a bit.
I have a quid on my Paddy Power game. I might just throw it on.
Like, I like making big calls like this because if you lose, you're like, oh, come on, he was like 10-1 to 2 horse race. And then if he wins, it's like, I knew it all along. It's easy to make big calls like this and not put much money on it.
Yeah, I'm about to put a quid on it. Or if you put one on, you're putting on like a quid.
But I will also say, like, I only say it when I do think it's true.
Look, Trump's not going to win the snooker, man.
I want to put on a double bet. I'm going to call it Trump 2016. Donald Trump to win the presidency and Judd Trump to win the World Championship snooker. Trump 2016. Get on that, lads. Get that, the best double of all time.
Call it the Trump card.
There's no card though. The Trump cue.
No, but you know the Trump card is the...
I know.
There's definitely another Trump fucking... Coming up Trumps. Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Coming up Trumps.
Trump 2016.
Trump.
But yeah, I absolutely want to get that double going. So I think Tom tried to put it on and he couldn't find it in Paddy Power. You have to actually go into him and get it.
You actually should, I think. Alright.
It was such banter.
Considering we're on the topic of UFC, there's massive stuff going on. I'm just going to lay it out and then I'll let Clunes rant for about 5-10 minutes.
You have to stop me.
Alright, so Conor McGregor was set up, all lined up to fight Nate Diaz in a rematch at 170 pounds in UFC 200. And then, surprise out of nowhere, Conor McGregor tweets from Iceland where he's training. He tweets, do you know that?
Yeah, it's decided to retire young. Thanks for the cheddar. Catch you all later.
Chatches later.
Yeah.
As I said. Thanks for the cheddar, it was great. But so
thanks for the cheddar was so good.
He just says, peace, thanks for the millions, I'm out of here, fuck you. And everyone was like, what the fuck, did he just retire? And then the UFC came out saying he didn't show up to mandatory promo stuff in Vegas that they were doing for the fight in July. And if he didn't show up, that's it, he's off the card. Because no one just doesn't show up to the promo because it's a big deal. So he's just straight off the card.
Happened once ever before.
Once ever. And he was taken off the card that time.
Yeah.
Nick Diaz.
That was title fight, is that?
He was taken off the card. So they just took him off the card. And everyone was like, fuck, is he retired? He's off the card, what's going on? And then McGregor puts out this big statement saying that he's coming off a loss with Nate Diaz. He wants to train hard for this one. He told him he'd do one big promo in New York, which with McGregor is all you really need. And then they put Nate Diaz in for the rest of the promo, just big him up. He's like, why not just... I've been promoing every single fight like crazy. Let me just chill out and train here. And I'll come and do that one promo and then I'll fight the fight. And he's like saying I'll come back and win it. And then they were like... The UFC responded basically by saying, no, that's not happening. You're off the card. They're looking for a replacement. And Conor McGregor's just hitting social media saying how much money he's made for the company and how they should give him some leeway and all this. So, and he's not retired.
Yeah. The not retiring bit, right? He said, I'm decided to retire young. So he basically said, I'm retired, then changed his mind. What I think happened with that was more of a gut reaction. He was like, fuck you, I'm out, kind of thing. But I watched an interview with Dana White and he was saying, if you're retired, you don't get random drug tests, and you have to like reapply for your license when you come back, and that takes 4 months. So from the point where he would decide to be unretired, if he officially retired, he would take 4 months before he could fight again.
But he didn't officially retire.
No, he didn't. So, but what I mean is, if he confirmed that he was retired, then he couldn't fight for 4 months. So by coming out and going, I'm not, because look who
he goes to the Usta.
USADA, I'm not retired.
Yeah.
Keep fucking testing me so I can go back and fight at any time. Like,
yeah,
that was. I think he just kind of reacted a bit like, fuck you, kind of thing.
He said in his statement as well that he posted that retirement thing because they were like, oh, we spent 10 million on promo for the UFC 200. He's like, well, look, I just saved you that 10 million because I just promoted the shit out of this fight by saying that. And they still haven't given him the fight back.
The hits that he got from that day, he made him insane money.
His second statement where he put like the big long one, he got 300,000 likes in the space of 45 minutes or something. It
insane.
Blew up. Like the amount of coverage that got for the UFC and for the fight, and for his next fight, it'll blow the fucking box office out of the water. I'd say.
I don't.
Not the pay-per-view.
I'm about 25% sure he'll fight at 200.
Do you think they'll give it back to him?
I think just
they don't. There's no.
They're going to lose so much.
Do you remember when
they don't lose? They'll lose potential earnings if they don't.
Do you remember when fucking like McGregor's last fight when Nate Diaz stepped up? Before that, the amount of people that they considered, there was like rumor mill was fucking spinning off the charts. Yeah. They were like, oh, could it be this guy? Could it be this? Could George St. Pierre come back? Like, it was fucking insane. For this one, it's like, who's the replacement for Conor? It's not. It's like it's not.
No one cares.
It's not a big thing
unless they put in RDA. No one cares.
Yeah,
and I think they should. I think Nate should be definitely the next one to get a pop at Dos Anjos. The winner of this fight should fight Dos Anjos, definitely. They should. They'll have to. If McGregor wins, they'll have to do
Dos Anjos.
No, they'll have to do a third fight.
Oh yeah, they probably
not straight away maybe, but and like every good sportsman needs every like great sports person, you have to have a villain. So you have to have your rival. Like.
Yeah.
Like you look at Ali, he didn't have not George Foreman, fucking Joe Frazier. Like they had 3 super fights. And like without him, Ali doesn't get as famous. Like.
Yeah.
And this everyone thought it'd be Jose Aldo, but like 13 seconds out the window. But like everyone's like, oh, McGregor's going to be Aldo's rival, and if Aldo beats him, then it'll make him more famous. But Aldo just absolutely knocks back out. But if McGregor beats Diaz now,
Aldo's actually, speaking of Aldo, he's been such a cunt since that fight.
Such a weirdo, eh?
Because he was.
No one really paid much attention to him before that, I think.
But he's just been like every time he opens his mouth, the last fucking since he was beat, he just keeps going like, "Oh, Conor McGregor's a pussy. That it doesn't count. It doesn't count." He's like a fucking sore loser. It's so bad.
Everyone is trying to get a piece of McGregor because they all want the money.
Yeah.
And they all want the money except I think Frank Yeager. Frank Yeager legitimately just wants a title.
Frank Yeager just wants to batter him. Like.
But it doesn't mean he like. Aldo like, I'll fight you on the street. Like Frankie would be like, no, I will fight whoever holds the belt because I just want to be the champion. Like,
yeah.
He like couldn't give a shit about it. Like he doesn't want like Aldo wants money, so that like I think Frankie wants the belt so much.
Aldo's really proud as well. He took losing like such a little bitch. Like when McGregor lost, all the stuff he said right after the fight with Nate.
It was so good.
He was just like,
I've never seen a fella take a loss so perfectly. See, it's not like he took it real well and was like, I don't really care. Or like he took it exactly as you want someone to. He just took it like a champ. Like
he just took it.
Yeah,
and he was real clear about it. And he's like, yeah, I failed, took a chance, all this stuff. And he never got like angry. And he was never like, fuck Diaz, that doesn't count.
Yeah,
Aldo definitely said, fuck McGregor, that doesn't count.
Well,
that was a lucky shot. Like he wasn't like
still Diaz dominated McGregor. Yeah, really beat him.
But McGregor wasn't like, oh, it was just a bad day. Like you just caught me with a couple of lucky ones, and that shook me. And but like he
didn't make any excuses. He was like,
no excuses.
Nate bet me like that,
which is pretty honourable.
Yeah, it was real good. Broke me heart, but still like.
Yeah, you were. There's pictures including on the floor of this kitchen. The morning right after.
Yeah, because we still have to like 5 in the morning. So it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, a couple of hours after the fight. I'm just lying on the floor, and there's a picture. You took a picture because someone drew on the table a picture of McGregor saying "rip," and you can see that in the foreground, and I'm in the background just lying on the floor. Pretty steamed.
I think we should probably cut the MMA talk there because I know Moon has already turned her brain off.
Oh, was it ever turned on?
Oh,
yikes! She's gonna murder me. Scary lady.
So the last how long has it been? 2 days. We've both been on dates.
Yeah.
You actually showed up. I woke up this morning.
This is so good.
I just woke up like just needing to pee at fucking 6 in the morning. So I stand in the bathroom taking a piss. Window open a crack, and I just hear like stones in the window, like dink, dink, dink. I was like mid piss, I can't stop it, so I'm waiting. You threw about 30 stones in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I fucking come back, I'm like, what do you want? And then it was you, and I was like, oh, what up? How'd your day go? And then you're like, what if you creature throw me the card? Threw my
ass like, let me in.
Straight up, you were so rowdy after your all night date. You dated until the sun was up. Like literally, it was as bright as it is now. This is like
Yeah, it was
Evening sun.
It was like 8 o'clock till like 6.
It was. You got a 5:30 bus, like.
Yeah. Oh, I was so tired.
I'm very curious to know what you did between. Like, how did you manage to stay out that late? Surely there's nothing to do from like 3.
So, yeah, I suppose. Like, we were just real steamed.
Just dodging around.
I went to some absolute Jake spots.
Oh, the hipstery spots, was it?
Every place I went, I was like, Jake would love here. But like,
Where are we talking?
so
You actually saw my brother at someone, was it?
yeah, like it was such a Jake spot. I met a mini Jake there. Have you ever been to that place?
P-Max.
No, well, PX the first place I went to.
What's the
That was real cool. I was like, all kind of craft beers and all that. And I was like, dude, didn't recognise anything on the menu. I was like, that's Jake's dream.
You might bring your one there.
Yeah, sure, it's really cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kind of dates going on there. That
It's a good spot, I think.
I was sending you Snapchats from there. So that was the place like the candle. And shit.
Oh, your one loves candles.
It was absolute candle spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it there.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah,
It's right around the corner.
I've been over there. Yeah.
But went there, then went up to the Bernard Shaw. Is it? Or the
Oh, the Bernard Shaw is such.
That's
a
where I
spot.
met Josh.
That is such a.
I'd
good
never
spot.
been there. I'd never even heard of it before. And I was walked in. I was like, "This is so Jake." The minute I walked in and saw Josh, I was like, "What up?" I was so steamed up this age. I went to him. "Aren't you about 14?" He was like, 15 and a half, man. And I was like, "Go home to bed."
My brother is way funnier than me. He is so good. He's one of them guys who's quiet. He's been quiet for ages, like his whole life, been quiet. But you know he's been getting good at jokes in his head, and now he's finally when he gets a bit steamed.
Yeah.
The last couple of years, he's able to drop them.
I had a top dance with your brother and sister at your 22nd.
They are a top bander.
Yeah.
Have a good fam.
Yeah, fam to you.
Yeah, no man.
I'm going to trade up and get a new, fresh J2 I know and just start hanging out with Josh.
You'd be called a pervert, man. You have to wait until it's like acceptable for you to be friends. Like, because 22 and 18 is kind of a weird set of friends. But when you're fucking
22 and 26 is like, yeah.
Yeah, that's you know, once you get to a certain.
We give him a couple of years, he can join my crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went pretty well. Went there,
What time's the Bernard Shaw close?
I don't know, can't remember.
Was that not like a fucking housey session thing?
I don't know, your brother was saying that it was or something like. I think we came after all that and it was like, everything had finished up, but
What time was that?
I don't have a notion.
Fair enough.
Like, I honestly can't tell.
Did you go somewhere after, like?
Yeah, like I went to Flannery's then.
Mad things.
Yeah, I went to Flannery's.
Flannery's probably closed up around 3, half 3, like.
Got so rowdy, right? So we were full of steam, and like, I kind of knew the one beforehand, so like it wasn't like a real awkward kind of date.
Mm-hmm.
So we were having bands, absolutely loving it, and this fella came over, like one of those like middle kind of. I think he was Libyan or something like that, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
You always see fellas like that kind of creeping around the globe, and they're just a little bit too old and stuff like that. And like, I went to the bathroom, and she said I had turned the corner to the bathroom, he was already over. Like, one of those like absolute dogs.
Yeah.
She went straight over and he was chatting away. So I came back and I was chatting away to him, and he was just chatting shit. And I was like, yeah, you know what, I kind of go away kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then came back over again, and she was after telling me, she was like, we just had twins, and this is our first night out. We finally got a babysitter. First night out, leave us alone. So, and we were getting
sounds like Bander.
We were getting so rowdy, and we started telling people that all night. So another fella came over. He was like, when she was gone, she went to the bathroom or something like that, and he was came over talking to me, and I was like telling him all this, and his lack was there. And we ended up talking to his lack, and she was like, "Oh, leave him alone."
Man, she must be unreal. She's being approached by everyone, and I have yet to see pics of this one. So get on.
No.
After this, get on pics. Just.
What else am I gonna say? But yeah, we got real rowdy. Then left Flannery's, went to McDonald's. Walked back up to the bus. Then she got like I think it was like 5 o'clock bus. I got like a 5:30 bus. I went back. I got back to the bus stop at like 15:15, and it was like 15 minutes to the bus. And I was like, alright, I'll just kind of stay here. I'll just chill for a minute. Just fell asleep standing up, and my legs buckled, and I had to catch myself. So I stand there and I kind of like just shrieked for it, and I got a grand. Got on the bus, woke up at UCD, some young one shaking me, because I obviously fell asleep on the bus as well. I was walking up towards you, just walking through campus to get to Jake's. just grabbed a handful of stones and put them in my pocket. Just stood in the window and just kept throwing stones till I saw you. I was like, just keep going till he comes. Got in here, got rowdy as balls, jumped on. It was bad. It was cute.
It was cute.
How cute! I come back for your date, going to my house.
You should do that every time.
We actually should.
Every night out, no, I'm not there, you just come over. Throw stones at the window.
That was really good. How'd you get on? So, we've actually talked about all of your dates with this young on this.
Yeah, I'm liking this young one. She seems pretty cool.
This would be so cool if you're like married her. She'd have such documentation of the early times.
Oh man. You can't be saying shit like that.
I already have twins. It's our first date.
Oh, do you remember that time we faked? Have we talked about this?
I'm not sure if we did we?
We might have talked about it. That was banter.
It's hard to tell now because we've done like this is like episode 9 or something like that.
That's 9 weeks.
9 weeks spread out. It's more because we have missed a couple of weeks. It's like
yeah. So we must talk.
This is
we
like
did talk about it.
We checked when the first one was, didn't we? Did we not mark on the song? I'll come back and check it.
We got a calendar here. So wait. Look, we're 1, 2, 3, 4.
I do about 11 weeks.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. So it would have been start of February. Or was it the end of January?
We could check it on that because you have dates on it. Anyway.
But that means we would have been to Bangkok at that point. So we definitely talked about it in like episode 1 or 2. And we probably did talk about that, to be fair.
But it's the time that we convinced the people that thought I was getting married.
Yeah, we managed to keep a lie going for a solid hour and a half.
Queuing up to get our jackets for an hour.
Yeah.
And there's these three like 25-year-old fellas in front of us. And we were just chatting to them. Because we were wearing the t-shirts with each other's faces on them. Have we ever talked about that?
So we had to pretend we were in a stag night.
I don't know if we did talk about Bangkok. That was so good.
Oh, it was such banter.
The only people there are not off our chops on drugs, but we looked like we were both off our chops on drugs.
Because we were so drunk and we had each other's face on a t-shirt.
Yeah, so Jake was wearing my face, I was wearing his face, and we're covered in fake tattoos, like up to all over the neck, the arm, every bit of it.
We kept like this
lick on
tops, the tops of each other. We showing all of our faces.
Lick on tattoos.
Oh, that was such banter.
Oh, that was so rowdy.
And there was like 2 people handing out coats for a gig with 1,000 people there.
Oh,
and
so
everyone handed in their coat because it was a cold night, but it was a techno gig. So obviously you're bringing a coat, but you're not wearing it.
Whenever the lights went up, just the steam coming off the grill.
Oh, that was manky, man. But the fucking Bangkok himself was so good.
So good.
He is so good.
They do all the milks. They're like all the lads come to Waterford, which is so weird. Like
if Bad Not Good come to Dublin over the summer, which I think they might, have to go see them because it'll be similar enough. They're kind of like jazzy techno, which is a weird genre.
Techno.
But they're so good. Techno.
Yeah, I'll go to.
They're similar.
I'm not sure if you just asked me, but
Oh, yeah.
whether you're bringing it back or not, I'm going.
I said we have to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely should go. Add that to the list if they're coming.
Yeah.
Gigging.
We should start a list. I mean, all the shit we're going to do in the summer. Like, I would list with Cirques on the stuff that we got to do. And it's such a good idea because when you just say stuff, you're like, yeah, we should do that. But if you have it written down, you know it's always in front of you, you can't forget it. We don't end up doing so much stuff off it because it's just on the list in front of us.
Sweet. I have one thing there written on the list.
What is it? It's just a load of letters. And I was like, what's that, Jake? He was like, this is going to talk about.
So this is something I just decided I'm going to start doing.
Okay.
It's album of the week.
I like it.
Right? Because I listen to music mostly just in albums. And when I do listen to an album,
Me too.
I'll listen to just that album. Like, I'll listen to other stuff during the week, but majority of the time I spend listening to music, I listen to that one album.
I do that too.
And whether it's an old album, it's a brand new album, recent, it doesn't matter, I just listen to that one album. So I'm going to just give an album recommendation for the week.
That's cool. What we could do is you could do album of the week, and see, because I don't listen to any new music. I don't listen to radio.
I can say it.
So and I'll listen to it for the week.
You
and talk about
review
it
it
next week.
You tell me what you think of it.
I like that.
Alright. Now let me tell you about this album.
So usually you do tell me ones, and I'll get it. Like I got that Kasami Washington one, and listened to it.
Yeah.
That's so long. It's like 4 hours of jazz.
It's 3 hours of jazz, but it's top probably jazz.
Like it's good. Like I listened to it on the trip home from Waterford one day, so I just put it on, and the 3 hour whole way home just left it on.
It's good shit. But this album, it's not 3 hours long. It's I don't know if you heard of Madlib. You heard of MF Doom? 2 hip hop artists. Madlib is probably one of the best producers going right now, and MF Doom is a good MC. And the pair of them back in 2004 got together and they did this album. They called themselves Mad Villain, and the album's called Mad Villainy, and it's the one album they ever did together in 2004, and it's just like critically acclaimed, amazing album because they did like very few choruses, real short, snappy songs, weird like they put in like there's like newscasters come in and talk about like these villains and stuff, and MF Doom is like the major villain, and there's this whole song about weed, and he's like, it's well known that weed makes people more creative, and there's like all these weird clips and stuff. The whole thing is so good, start to finish, and they've never made another album together since. And there's kind of people rumors that they were going to get together and do another one. People are like, just don't even do it, man. Your other album
just
was
in case.
perfect.
Yeah,
just don't ruin it. It's so good. And I remembered it there a week ago, and I've been listening to it since. So get on it. Mad Villainy by Mad Villainy.
I'll get on it. Can I do one too? We should do one each week.
Yeah, work away.
Alright, let me think. Like, probably one of my favourite albums, I don't know if you've given it a proper listen, it's Libertine's first album. Just that.
I have given it like half listens, or like in the background or whatever.
You should log on and just listen on new. That's how I used to do it. First album, it's like recorded in like their garage on like a microwave or something like that. Like, but it's so good.
Alright, get on it. What's it called? It's the Libertines.
No, the Libertines was their second album. I think it's like something at the times. I actually can't think of the name, but it's their first album.
Alright, Libertines' first album.
And I'll get on this Mad Villain.
Alright.
Unreal. So next week we go talk about the other albums. That's a cool idea. We come back with a new one.
Yeah. I'll come back with a new one for you next week for
I'll
sure.
make a new one.
Alright. We're coming up on an hour. Do you want to cut it?
Yeah.
Got anything else to say?
Nothing too alright. It's like, oh, well, yeah. Hang on. My date was Tinder date. So that's my thing. My
Challenge
thing
done.
finally done. Only took about 19 weeks. We must get back on them challenges after the exams. We got what?
Yeah.
4 weeks.
We'll do summer challenges. That'd be class.
Summer challenges would be so good. We could do team.
Because
We
we
did challenges together, like
And
cliff jumping.
Because my plan is to get a driver's license pretty quick, because I have to do the test by August. So I'm just going to jump on driving lessons and driving tests as soon as exams are over.
My motorbike driving test.
Well, I'll do car tests because I have to have it done by August, and I need
What?
lessons and stuff. I need someone with me, so I kind of need like my parents.
Done by August.
It's my second time applying for the license, the learner's permit, and if I have to apply for a third time, I have to prove that I've tried to take a test. So I have, or else there's some big hoopla for me to do it again.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna it won't be too expensive, and I get a bit of money for the like American taxes or something. I'll just pay for it, and then if we have a car, we can make one of our challenges like, let's go cliff jumping, and then we just fucking drive to Kerry, the two of us, and just jump off a cliff and come back.
I should really get on doing my test.
I think it'd be good.
I drove for years, like.
So let's get on.
Yeah, it's just expensive as shit.
It is expensive.
But just try and get insured and stuff.
I'm just
That's
gonna
why
get it done.
I think a bike. Get a 125cc. Do the bike.
Yeah, but see then,
test.
if you want to go on trips with the lads and stuff, it's just nice to be able to have luggage space.
But I could just renew my license.
Class.
Like if you have the full license, or David has full license, I can just be with David. I can drive with someone with a full. Margaret's full. Everyone, loads of lads have full license. I just have to renew mine. It costs me 20 quid. Just ring them up, like.
Get on that. Drive us to Galway.
Yeah, but I'd have to get a car.
Oh yeah, fair.
But yeah, like if I'd have a license, like but I'd have to do a different theory test to do the motorbike one. A bike would be so much cheaper than a bike.
A bike would be good because it's cheaper to buy, cheaper to run. You can dodge traffic with it, and you don't need someone with you when you're driving, and you don't need to take. Oh, you do need to take 12 lessons, do you? I don't think you do.
I'm not sure. I
don't think you do
don't know
because,
about it.
Because motorcycle lessons, I was looking this up the other day, motorcycle lessons are really hard to organise because the company who does lessons has to have like another bike with a guy, and they have to have the fucking walkie-talkies and stuff. It's kind of awkward. So what they usually do is just let you like work away, and then if you can pass the test, you can pass the test. Like.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Imagine we both got bikes before we went to England. We just bike to England. Imagine just two of us on an absolute road trip.
I fully intend to have a bike by the end of summer, so.
We could do so much of that list if just two of us had a bike.
Oh, it'd be so easy.
We could do all of that list
in a weekend.
Yeah.
We actually could. So we have to add to that list so we don't just get it done in the weekend and do nothing for the rest of the summer.
Yeah, I might make a list of stuff I want to do in the summer.
Alright.
I never really do that.
Let's wrap this up. I need a piss.
Right, let's wrap it up.
Alright. Lovely chatting to you folks.
See you next week.
See you next one.
Good luck.